First introduced at New York Comic Con, a promising and brand new animated series will make its debut in early 2021. The Ghost and Molly McGee, the story of a ghost being bothered by the humans in his house rather than the other way around. What's up, fellow frogs, and welcome back to another video. We are always on the lookout for new interesting shows, and I felt that I needed to draw your attention to this one because my gut tells me that it's gonna be great. The young girl, Molly McGee, moves to a new city and finds out that the ghost, Scratch, is living in her house. Resulting from a sloppily performed spell, Scratch is eternally bound to Molly, who does not appear to be scared of Scratch in the slightest, what certainly bothers him a lot. The days of the grumpy ghost that just wants to have his peace are starting to get a lot livelier by the doing of the cheerful Molly. The first thing that I am looking forward to seeing is the character dynamics. The latest popular shows have given us family dynamics, mentor-student relations, and groups of friends. The Ghost and Molly McGee is using a different approach. Similar to the setup from the movie Up, here are a young character that wants to make a lot of new friends and an older, gloomier persona that, at least at first, does not want anything to do with the former. A great deal of comedy can certainly be expected when the crabbiness in person meets the obliviously optimistic. In addition to that, it will be extremely interesting to watch how the creators make use of a ghost character. The abilities of a ghost are basically only limited by the story writer's decisions and create many chances to come up with funny scenarios. The sneak peek already teased that Scratch will not just behave like a regular character that happens to be a ghost. During the 2-minute teaser, he really did act like we'd expect an actual poltergeist to, what makes the show appear a great deal more authentic by underlining the obviously bizarre situation the two protagonists are in. And the situation is further humorized by the fact that Molly does not mind and even considers Scratch her friend. The same scene may also be a hint that the Ghost and Molly McGee could be a little different from other Disney shows. The show is officially aimed at children and families, but the face Scratch is putting on here is coming straight from a nightmare. I really hope that stuff like this won't be perceived in a bad way by the public and leads to an early cancellation of the show, because even if it may be too scary for children, it could still be enjoyable for teenagers and adults. Mixing a little horror into the comedy could give the show another interesting touch. Not to the same extent, but to a certain degree such a combination could be comparable to VivziePop's Has-Been Hotel. Alongside the ghost stuff, the released material shows some signs that the series will include what I call woke humor. The characters in the show allude to real-life issues and basically reflect the world we live in today. From my point of view, some cartoons perfected the art of portraying real-life criticism without it feeling forced. And that can, if done right, be hilarious because it cannot get more relatable for the viewer. Moreover, at Comic-Con it was also mentioned that the show includes music and musical elements, and some excerpts have already been released on YouTube. The songs are ranging from pop to ballads and even country music. But most importantly, it's easily noticeable that all of them are catchy as hell and add an extra layer of entertainment to the experience. Apart from comedy and musicals, I feel that the show may develop the potential for an interesting story too. We cannot make specific guesses here because we still don't know much about the plot, but the sneak peek revealed that on one hand we will follow Molly's daily life. We will definitely get to see how she deals with her school life. Most likely we will explore all the standard stuff in a teenage girl's life, like new people, conflict with parents and friends, etc., while Molly simultaneously gets caught up in one ghostly adventure after the other. On the other hand, there is also a ghost realm. Another world beside the original setting is always a convenient method to introduce antagonists and mysteries that push the plot in a new direction. I don't know how you feel about all of this, but I definitely get some Gravity Falls vibes here. I would like it a lot if the show started off in the human realm, and with each episode we would gradually learn more about the world of ghosts to eventually be led into the real storyline. Honestly, I am quite convinced that the series will turn out to be story focused, because the creators revealed that they changed the show's title from The Curse of Molly McGee to its current title in order to emphasize that this show tells the story of Molly and Scratch's friendship, clearly forming a strong, visible bond between the characters characters and letting them undergo any kind of character development is not possible without at least a basic plot that stretches over more than a few episodes. Furthermore, the teaser suggests that we will once again be taken on another emotional journey. Molly and Scratch have both made experiences with being an outcast of society. Even though Scratch is a ghost, he still has a soul and feelings that can be hurt. The default flow of such a story would be that Scratch would grow fond of Molly over time because he notices that she's a nice and pure girl that understands him and is probably also one of the first people to care about him. This we've seen in other shows and movies before, so on top of that, the creators will have to come up with a new dramatic turn of events to make us cry. But we know Disney loves to play with our hearts, which is why I believe it's safe to assume that this show has the potential to crush us emotionally. The show does not only give us high expectations regarding the story, but it also comes with a great cast. At this point, we have the information that Ashley Burch will be lending her voice to Molly. In case you don't know who Ashley Burch is, she has done voice acting for other shows and games before. Some mentionable cases are Attack on Titan, OKKO Let's Be Heroes, and Life is Strange. Judging from the few lines she spoke in the first clips, in my opinion, Ashley Burch is a really good choice, and she does a great job in embodying Molly's personality. Scratch will be voiced by Dana Snyder, whom most of you will probably recognize as Childish Gazpacho. Anyway, that's all we know so far about the Ghost and Molly McGee. Tell me in the comments what your first impression is, and make sure to come back to the channel in order to stay updated on the latest Molly McGee news. But that's it from me, see you next time.